Hi there, my name is Joseph from 𝗟𝗻𝗱, and we have the lovely Melissa.
Melissa, yay, from 𝗟𝗻𝗱 Property Venture.
All right, so Melissa, what are we going to talk about today?
Yes, so I think today we should cover why landowners should apply for pre-application before selling their site. So I have landowners come to me and they have a parcel of land and they want to sell it, and usually the next step is to speak to you. But I guess I wanted us to talk about why is a kind of a parcel of land just on its own to be sold, why would you want to get pre-app on that?
So there's a whole series of answers for this. One of them is to get more clarity. You get more clarity of the true land value and how much the potential of that site is, because right now, as you can imagine, an existing land may only have a set of variables and a set of conditions that allow it to be a certain cost. However, if this was tied hand to hand with planning permission and pre-application was sought prior to, this will give the local authority an opportunity to highlight any potential concerns on the site in respect of the new proposal. So what do you think? Have you got any other further queries in relation to that?
Yeah, I would say it maximizes value. So landowners, typically they have a parcel of land, they don't even know how much the parcel of land is worth, and by a kind of applying for pre-app, it means that they can understand the full development potential. So it goes from just being a parcel of land to actually we could get 5 homes on there, and actually the gross development value of that kind of goes up. So
definitely.
Yeah.
So just the second what you're saying, this would reduce the risk, because all of a sudden, due to the fact that they're going through pre-app, and they're having all of these potential issues highlighted in advance, this allows them, as well as with the local authority, to work hand in hand with them, with the power team, with the wide range of consultants are needed in association with this type of development. It allows them to start putting in a plan, a proposal that will mitigate various potential risk, and not just planning risk, but also financial risk as well. Because with a lot of the planning policies, there might be some sort of sale bill, community infrastructure levy, there might be a section 106, many more. These type of things need to be highlighted with the right professionals, asking the right questions in order to get the perfect type of response in order to move forward in a seamless manner. Do you have any more queries?
Yeah, and I guess I just wanted to add to that. The main purpose is to attract buyers. So, of course, these things are super key. And it's super key when speaking to buyers, because buyers want to know what the land is worth. Buyers kind of want, of course, they're going to do their own due diligence, but I work with developers who they haven't always got the time to go through and do planning, and developers are usually at different stages with different projects. So I guess the real benefit for the landowner is, you could sell your parcel of land for 20k, maybe, you might get a developer who will pay that. But imagine if that parcel of land, once you've gone through the pre-app process, once you know how much the gross development value is, then you can charge more. You can say, actually, I want a percentage, because the developer can't come in and build anything or do anything without the landowner anyway. So yeah,
definitely. I think you hit the nail on the head, and one of the things I like to talk about is streamlining the architectural process in order to move the landowner and, say, for example, the developer hand in hand, or create several different types of vehicles and allow a negotiation to occur that allows there to be some sort of clear process to move it from A to B. So that could also include getting planning, doing project delivery, creating the tender packages, and also going through building control and administering the contract in order to make it a complete turn circle in regards to all the various type of processes in the architectural profession. So what do you think? Is anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, just hearing you say that, it made it really clear to me that another benefit is the landowner can then have more negotiating power. So if the land is prepared, if they know, again, if they know what can be done with the land, then they can, it's easier for them to negotiate, basically. It's easier for them to, sometimes landowners, they want a set sum, but sometimes there's more benefit. You know, there are, I know of a deal, for the landowner negotiated, so instead of just having money, he got a property out of it. So it's all to help negotiations, really, and increase of interest. So developers are going to be interested. Again, we've said it before, we've said it this whole time, developers are going to be interested because they know what can be done, and they can take that pre-app and start full planning and start builds, really.
Yeah, no, you're completely right. And this saves tremendous amount of time. I cannot stress the amount of time that we save from expediting and going through the right processes, asking the right questions, engaging with the right consultant at the right stage. Okay. People always sometimes try to take a shortcut in relation to this, but in the end, when it comes to the sale of land, and when it comes to creating some sort of like master plan or residential scheme, or, you're going to have potential neighborly, concerns that need to be brought to the forefront, that need to be resolved at the planning stage during public consultation. So this is very important to engage very early in order to come to an outcome that, allows all parties involved to be harmonious. Is there
Absolutely.
anything else you'd like to add?
I would say, so for us, we cover Essex, so we get a lot of sites that are in the Greenbelt area. So I sometimes have landowners come to me and say, Melissa, I've got this parcel of land, it's in the Greenbelt, I don't know what I can do with it. So next steps, what is the next steps? If anyone's listening to this and they're thinking, oh, do you know what? I've got a bit of land. I would like to sell it. I would like to know how much it's worth. What do we say to them?
I think always we keep it very simple. We keep it very straightforward. We say to them, say for example, if you want to reach out, just come onto the AGA booking page, book in a time with myself and Melissa, or feel free to contact Melissa in regards to this directly. And what we will do, we'll just schedule a time to have that initial conversation, and we'll take it from there. Everything starts with a conversation, so that's how all the magic happens. Unfortunately, we have to talk about it. We got to have the right people in the right room, even though, say, for example, you might have a particular party that might not be wanting to engage in a particular manner, but it's all about negotiating the deal, fleshing it out, finding out the key points that resonate well with certain individuals, and find out where they're happy to compromise, because there's no deal that's unnegotiable. No such thing. Okay. Every deal is negotiable. It's just finding the key points of interest. And once you find that, it's easier to start mitigating risk and, demonstrating to the client that you are the right individual to move the project from A to B. That's our strategy. And that's what I would recommend to anybody in the property development sphere that would like assistance in this type of work. But you know what? A lot of people focus on the pros, but at the same time, they are cons. And in order to understand more of those cons, you would have to book in a meeting with AGA Associates in order to discuss further, so we can demonstrate those cons and those pitfalls in order to stop you from falling through these typical unknowns that we see on a day-to-day basis. So our job is to act a forensic insight with our experience and our scope of works with the various projects that we've worked throughout the years, and bring it to the forefront in order to give a particular type of guidance to you. So Melissa, this is your moment to tell everybody, where can they find you? if they wanted to hear a little bit more information?
So I would recommend people head over to the website, 𝗟𝗻𝗱venture.co.uk. Book a call with me. I love property. I love talking property. I love talking development sites. So yeah, contact me if you've got a site or if you're looking to buy a site, and I can help.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And say, for example, if anybody wants to reach out to either myself, Joseph from AGA Associates, feel free to, book it in through our website, aga-associates.com, and I'm more than happy to assist you. In the meantime, me and Melissa, we're going to say goodbye, and we look forward to catching up with you all shortly. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes. Thank you.